Good morning, everyone. It's Elaine from Anabellas. Welcome to my FlossTube. I'm very happy that you're here this morning. If you're new to my channel, this channel is primarily about cross-stitching, quilting, and paper crafting with a little bit of my life thrown in. And if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. I'm sorry I wasn't here last week. I had a bit of a medical thing. I'm perfectly fine, but I totally forgot about the appointment, so I couldn't do my FlossTube. You know, what are you going to do? This happens when you age, right? Anyway, I am very happy to be here. I'll give you a quick life update. We had 2 snow days this past week where we were stuck up at the top of the mountain and couldn't get down to come to the shop. Oh well. But I made good use of my time. I actually designed 2 new cross-stitch releases and fully finished them while we were stranded. So I'll show those to you in just a minute. But we really had a really nice week. I made a big decision trying to create a better work-life balance for myself in 2026. We took everything that I had at the house as far as my studio, all the paper crafting, all the cross stitch, except for my whips, all of my finishing supplies, everything, all the home decor products. We took everything here to the shop, and I now have downstairs 2 dedicated studios strictly for my personal use as I continue to work on bringing you all kinds of fun things here at Anabellas. So I have a do-it-yourself home decor studio where I design all of the home decor products that I've been sharing with you, as well as paper crafting, and I've got some things to show you today. And then I have another studio which is strictly dedicated to both cross-stitch designing and fully finishing my cross-stitch pieces. So I don't know how it's going to work. I've never had that separation between work and home. I've always, had everything combined at home and just kind of carry things to the shop over the years. Even when I owned elder care, that was my thing. I always had, I always worked from home. But I think that it's good. People are saying that that's a good thing to really kind of draw that line. So what's been funny is when I've gone home this week, which has only been, 4 or 5 days, 3 days actually, because I was stuck at home for 2 of them, there's nothing there to do other than stitch. And if you're like me, stitching is your therapy, right? It is how you relax. It's how you de-stress. So now when I'm at home, if I need to keep my hands busy, I am not at my computer. I am literally sitting down and stitching. So I don't know. Let's see if this is going to work in 2026. I hope so. But it's also kind of fun because that brings me here to the shop more often. Pardon me. When I'm at home, I tend to, stay in my pajamas and sit at my desk, and I don't get out much when I, spend time there working during the day when the shop is open. So now that I have both studios here, I'm able to be here on a full-time basis with the puppies, of course, and Terry and my team. So I'm excited. Change is hard, and I think the older you get, the more resistant you are to change. But Terry couldn't pack the car up fast enough because he calls my hen den, he calls it the museum because, there's a gazillion things in there. Not so much anymore. So I'm going to work on the hen den this winter. I think I'm going to try to part with a lot of things that I know I don't need to be carrying, decades after decades. It's okay to let stuff go. I found that out this week. So anyway, so that's that. That was the life update. I know what I did. Because we were snowed in, I made this amazing hearty beef stew. I'll stick a photo in here. It was so good. If you're in our Patreon group, and for those of you who don't know what that is, the link is below. You can check it out. It's a membership group. There's 3 tiers to choose from, so you can pick and choose what works for you. But it's a more intimate group where people connect with me, on a more consistent level. And it's kind of fun. So I share some things there that are behind the scenes that I normally don't share, across other social media outlets. But I did create, this recipe for this amazing beef stew, and that was good. So we have that in the freezer, ready to dive into, in the weeks to come as it's getting colder here. Okay, so let's talk about some new releases that I have to share with you today by Anabellas. I've got a ton of new releases from some of your favorite designers. I have some updates for my quilters. I have a paper crafting update and a home decor update for do-it-yourselfers. So sit back, relax, maybe grab your favorite beverage, and let's just jump right into it. So the first things that I'm going to show you are 4 new itty bitty releases by Anabellas Needle Art. They're kind of a series, but I decided to sell each one of them separately so that if you want to just not make a large investment in, $12, $14, $16 cross-stitch booklets, you can pick and choose which one works for you to stretch your stitchy dollars. So the first one is our little Silent Night design. So I finished this off on one of our 6-inch, I think it's an 8-inch, curved handled board. I painted it with some Deco Art acrylic paint. I can't remember what the color was, but I'll notate it below. And then I double mounted it. I used a little bit of Chelsea's checks here. I put some rickrack around the side, made a little bow, little wired ribbon bow here with just a little button. So really cute. This is the first, and I love the candles. Aren't those so pretty? So this is the first one, Silent Night, Holy Night. And then next is All Is Calm. So here is just our little All Is Calm ornament. I finished this off on our 5-inch wood backing board, put some fabric on the back, and then put a little bit of decoupage to hold that down. And then I trimmed it with some cording that I had in my stash, just some red and white cording. And this is wired cording. I did not make this, although I do make my own cording, but I did not make this. I actually purchased this at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. I think it's still available. I've had it for a couple years, but it's really popular. And I like that it's wired. It makes it really easy and it's very sturdy. So there you go. So that All Is Calm. And these are like 3x3. So these are really fast to stitch. And then along with All Is Calm comes All Is Bright. So we also have this All Is Bright. These are great stocking stuffers, whether you stitch them up and make them into little pillows or little dough bowl fillers. You can hang them from your tree as a standalone if you don't want to do the wood backings. And our wood backing is a 1/4 inch thick, just so you know. And these are in the shop right now. And then I just had a little gingham bows that I put on top. So really super, super easy. We love to make finishing fun on Anabellas. And then so you have Silent Night, Silent Night, Holy Night, All Is Calm, All Is Bright, and then we have our tiny little nativity. So this was really fun to stitch. I got these done probably in a day and a half. It didn't take long to stitch them. Again, I finished this off on one of our 5-inch wood backing boards, put a little bit of Chelsea's checks in the back, used the same cording that I used on the other, made a little bow with the cording at the top, and there you go. Just fun little stitches. So those are great, and those have been in the shop all week, so you may have already seen them, but you haven't seen the models, so I wanted to show them to you. Then, what I did when I was stuck at home, I designed 2 charts and quickly stitched them up because they're smalls, and then I fully finished them here in the shop. So the first one is Let It Snow, and this is finished off on a new wood board that we have in the shop. So you'll be able to see this listed with the chart itself. You can buy the board if as you choose. You can buy it separately. You don't have to buy the chart if you don't want it. But I just love this board. I finished it off on some blue and white gingham fabric that we have in the shop, and some Lady Dot vanilla chenille. I thought that just really added a nice touch. I stitched this on 32 count platinum, I think. But just very, very fun. And then I had some ribbon, just some thin ribbon that I tied here just to let that hang and kind of, complement the colors in the fabric and in the chart. So there is Let It Snow. And then this one was fun too. This is called Cold Days, Warm Hearts. And because it was so cold, I thought these were apropos. Same thing, finished it off with just a little bit of Lady Dot's vanilla chenille, put it on a mounting board, and then adhered it to this. So these boards are really nice. They're ready to go. You can actually do 2 designs, one on each side, and just switch them out. They're both just as pretty on both sides. And these are 1 inch thick, so they're very, very sturdy, and they're very affordable. I was lucky that I was able to find these. I always am looking for good stitchy deals because, you know, finishing can be costly, right? So we're trying to look for easy ways to keep finishing fun and affordable. Then here we have something that I wanted to show you. You saw that we have our new wood mitten shapes that are available. So here's an example of how I took one of the wood mittens. They're just sold in the shop, plain, they're unfinished. I put a piece of fabric over the back, and the only thing that I did was just trace the fabric, trace the mitten onto the fabric, and then I just cut it out very, very carefully directly on the line. I applied some decoupage to the back of the wood board and laid the fabric on top. I did not put any decoupage on top of the fabric, however. Then this is Brenda Gervais' sweet little sweater weather. I did make some color changes in this. You can see here, we don't carry Gentle Arts, and I wanted to stitch this quickly. So I just made some color changes, and I'm so glad that I did, because when I went to pull the finishing fabric, I found that it was a perfect match as far as the colorways go. Then I had some twine. This is cotton twine, which I love. It's so soft, and I think it's perfect for winter. So I had some cotton twine. And right now, this is strictly available to our Patreon members. They have until Sunday, I think, to purchase the finishing kit. If I have any left over on Sunday, I'll go ahead and list them in the Etsy shop. But just how fun is that? Cute, right? Just a little display. And now I'll show you, if you want to take a sneak peek, I'll show you a new chart that I designed also when I was stuck at home. I do a lot of designing when I'm stuck at home. And that is something I am not going to do at the shop. I can only do that at home because I need the concentration. So while I was stuck at the house, I designed this new release. It's called Ho Ho Ho. It's going to be maybe 5 by 5. Let me see what this says. 5.86 by 5.2, so almost 6 by 6, but it's going to be adorable. It's called Ho Ho Ho. I just have to finish the Santa. I have to add some more. I have to add the branches here to the holly. I love this colorway. He's coming along great. I'm stitching this on 14 count pink iridescent by Charles Craft. It's my go-to fabric during Christmas if I'm working with charts that would make the pink kind of complement the chart, not take away from it. So I really, really like that. This I'm probably going to have framed when it's done, but you can expect to see that in the shop later this weekend. And the colorway is really pretty. I just love the reds and the pink and the green. Just goes together so well. So he's adorable too when he's done. I love him. Okay, so that's it for my new releases, or Charlene and my new releases, because you know I don't do this by myself. Now, let me just not mess with that because that's annoying. All right, so now let me talk to you about some wonderful new arrivals that we've gotten from some of your favorite designers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you who the designers are right now, and then I'm going to step away and I'm going to insert the photos and maybe a little text description at the top that gives you both the name of the chart and this, the stitch count perhaps. So let me tell you who the designers are. Carolyn's Needle Arts has just an adorable set of Christmas angels. I don't know how I missed this, but I went ahead and ordered a bunch of them, and Peppermint, which you'll see first, is my absolute favorite. And I am going to be stitching that for my own tree. I'm going to hang it on my hen den tree, which is kind of vintage pink vibes. But I just thought she was just adorable. So I think there's like 5 or 6 of them. So let me insert those so that you can see. And that's Carolyn's Needle Art. Her name is Carolyn. She's lovely. And then Kathy Barrick has 3 new releases, you guys. They just came out. They're just adorable. I think the Yuletide is my favorite, but I love all of Kathy's designs. Then Blueberry Ridge has 5 new charts for Christmas. So enjoy looking at those. They're beautiful. And if you don't know this, this is the daughter of Pansy Patch designer. So you have Lori's daughter who designs all of her own charts under the title Blueberry Ridge Designs. Then Scissortail Designs came out with a cute little chart. It's called Let It Snow. This is a fun quick stitch. And then Shannon Christine has Woodland Deer and Hot Cocoa Bar. And it's so funny because her hot cocoa bar that just came out yesterday came out the same day that Primrose released 2 needle minders. So although this hot cocoa bar by Shannon is not by Primrose, Primrose's brand new needle minder coordinates beautifully with it, and it's called Hot Cocoa. So here are also 2 needle minders by Primrose, Hot Cocoa. And if you loved their Rip It needle minder, they dressed him all up for Christmas. He's just too stinking cute. And both of those are also available in the Etsy shop. So take a peek. Tell me what you think. I'll be back in a minute. So weren't those fun? Pretty cool, huh? I just love them. So I hope that you find something that you like, or you think about a stitchy friend. Feel free to let them know about these new releases. I'm sure the designers would appreciate it. So now I have a little bit of shop news. I hope you're excited about this. This took a lot of thought because I didn't want to do it, but it's not that I didn't want to do it. It's just that when we did our Bella bags, which are for newsletter subscribers, I was thinking that, you know, I wouldn't do the 12 monthly minis anymore. But the feedback from everybody, you know, a lot of people were a lot of people were very disappointed that we canceled the 12 monthly minis. So we gave it some thought. We met with the team. I talked with Charlene, and we decided to bring back our very popular 12 monthly mini series for 2026. So get ready for the 12 monthly minis. Now, let me tell you, the first chart in the 12 monthly minis for 2026 is going to be winter themed. Then I've got to pull this up on my computer real quick. So even though it's a cross-stitch subscription, okay? But the thing with the 12 monthly minis is once you purchase the first month, so say you purchase winter or January's first month, what happens after that is we just automatically bill you or invoice you every month thereafter. And we always give you a sneak peek of what the theme is for that month. So if you click the link below where it says 12 monthly minis, it's going to take you to our website where it's going to tell you what the themes are going to be for every month in 2026. In addition to a chart that is a brand new chart by Anabellas Needle Art, we also select a chart from one of your favorite designers, and we've listed all of the designers that we choose from. So you get not one, but you get 2 charts in your 12 monthly mini subscription box or bag. In addition to that, you get your choice of 14, 16, or 18 count fabric. You receive, let me tell you what else is in here. You receive all of the floss. You receive a custom floss drop, a sticker sheet, and then, of course, always some extras from me, some little goodies. So they're a lot of fun. You can read the testimonials from folks that got them in 2025. Like I said, it was a really, really popular series, so we're very happy to bring it back to everybody. So obviously, like January is winter themed, February will be Valentine themed, March will be Easter/rabbit themed, April is spring themed, May is stitching themed, June is 4th of July themed, July is summer themed, August is also summer themed, September is fall themed, October is Thanksgiving themed, November is Christmas themed, and December of next year will be sampler themed. So just a lot of fun. And like I said, what's really nice is when you get the invoice, maybe you decide you don't want to stitch 2 different charts in the summer, right? Maybe one is 4th of July and patriotic, and the other one you want to skip. When you get the invoice each month, you have 3 choices. You can pay the invoice and receive that month's design, box or bag. You can skip that month, you just let us know, I'm skipping the month, or you can completely cancel the subscription with no penalty whatsoever. So it's completely up to you. We want you just to get the stitchy items that you like and that appeal to you, the designers that you enjoy stitching, and then the hint that we provide to you, whether it appeals to you or not. So be sure to check it out. Maybe, you'll consider it if that's something that you want to do. But we'd love to have you. And then let me see what else I have for you. Bella bags for December are available until the end of this month. So you have 2 more weeks to make a decision about the December Bella bags. Link is below, hint is on the page, so you can see that as well. I've already stitched one of the 4 designs that are included. There's quite a few things included, but this particular chart has 4 designs on, one thing. So you can stitch it all together, or you'll be able to stitch them individually. I'm actually going to stitch them all on one piece of fabric and then show it to everybody, and then I might break them up and then make some double fillers. We'll see, but I'm having fun with it. Okay, let's see what else I got for you to share. Did some paper crafting. Let me show you some new cards that I made. So if you're new to my channel or you don't remember, I'll just repeat it. I've come back to paper crafting in a big way. I've missed it. I've been a paper crafter for forever, since I was a kid. And I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator on and off throughout my lifetime. I leave, I come back, I leave, I come back, but I'm back for good. I'm hoping this is going to carry me through many, many more years to come. I cannot tell you how much I'm enjoying it. And one of the things that Stampin' Up! Has is a program called Paper Pumpkin. And basically it's a kit that you get every month. I think the kit is $20, $29. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But December's kit came, here it is, it's filled with everything you need to make 6 Christmas cards. So let me show you the 6 cards that came in the kit. So there's 3 of each design. So look at that, isn't that pretty? And you don't have to do anything. Everything is already pre-cut. So all you have to do is follow the directions on how to adhere the cut pieces directly to the cardstock. And as I said, everything is already pre-cut for you. So fast and easy. This one is my favorite. Look at that, Deck the Halls. And the paper is patterned too, as you can see. So it's really pretty paper. All the little tiny embellishments, the sequins, the little Stampin' Up! Dimensionals, which helps raise the tag up off the paper, are included. And then this one is just gorgeous. This is Joy to the World. So if you're really thinking about Christmas cards and you haven't started thinking about whether you want to go and buy store-bought cards or make them, you certainly have more than enough time to place an order via my website and place your order for any type of card kit you like. This is the Holiday Mini Catalog. This is available digitally on my website, and you can check that out. I'll put the link below. And this catalog goes through the end of December. So let me just tell you, lots of things to choose from, and the cards are just adorable. So I get this every month. So every month moving forward, I'm going to go ahead and, whoops, this is upside down. I'm going to go ahead and do a reveal of the Paper Pumpkin kit. I'll try to do it early in the month as soon as it arrives. I know January already shipped. So as soon as it arrives, I'm going to get the cards whipped out so that you can see them, and then you have time to join the Paper Pumpkin. So that's that. And then home decor, do-it-yourself home decor. I am now a designer with Chalk Couture, and the reason that I chose Chalk Couture to help me create products for my own home was A, the price point, B, how fast and easy it is to do, and C, because I can use the foundations for cross-stitch finishing. And that was very important to me, because if I was going to come onto FlossTube or talk with you in our Patreon group or in our Facebook groups or via social media, I wanted to tie in my love for home decor and my love for cross-stitch. So if your home looks anything like mine, you know, I have things both that I made and things that are store-bought. So here is the latest little design that I made from Chalk Couture. This is called Santa Sweets. This finishing foundation board is, it's got nice rounded corners. It's a rectangle. It's 5x7. Super, super easy. This took me 10 minutes. I did a quick video on this, and I believe it is on my blog. So if you go to our blog at anabellas.net, you can read all about this. I also took some photos as I did it to show you how quick and easy this was to make. And I had Terry time me. So it took 10 minutes to create a pretty gift for one of my stitchy friends that I'm giving to her because she is sweet as can be. So I thought this would be fun for her. And I also included a link to all the 5x7 stencils that are available at Chalk Couture if you want to put it on this little board. Now, they are reversible, so I also have something on the back here. This I was just playing around with, but I wanted you to see that these boards are reversible. And there's a little stand that they come with or that you can purchase to display this just like that. Now, one of the things is because you can design things on these boards either way, a cross stitch piece, I demonstrated this on our Home for the Holidays, Anabellas needle art chart. A finished small can go right here. Makes it very, very easy to have a nice, pretty background to the side of it, and then just have a small layered on a piece of mounting board right there. So many things to do. I'm really enjoying it. I hope that you'll take a peek if you'd love to do it yourself home decor. That's my thing. When we lived in Florida, I think Home Goods was my go-to store. TJ Maxx, Home Goods, we had Hobby Lobby, we had Kirkland's. So I got a lot of my inspiration from all of those shops. And now it's just so much fun to just sit downstairs or at the house before I moved over here and just create things for my home and to gift to my friends. So I'm enjoying it. Okay, now a little bit of shop news. My quilting folks, let me just tell you that while I was home, I was home for all those days, I was finally able to get all of the Riley Blake and Moda new releases over the next 6 months up and listed in the Etsy shop. So here is an example of some of the designers that have some absolutely stunning new collections that are coming. Now, pre-cuts have definite deadlines. So when you go to the Etsy shop and you click on, for example, Teresa Kogut's Northern Christmas, you're going to see right in the listing description that there is a deadline for when you need to place your order for the pre-cuts, okay? I just follow whatever the manufacturer tells me. So if they say that, the cutoff date is November 15th, then that's the cutoff date. And I do believe that we have a cutoff date coming up for something tomorrow, but I don't know who it is. But anyways, Teresa Kogut has Northern Christmas. It is stunning. Robin Pickens has a new collection coming out called Coven. Don't let the word scare you. The design, the collection is beautiful. It's in beautiful purples and oranges and grays. And there are 3 cross-stitch charts that she designed to go with this collection. So be sure to check that out. I'll insert some photos here. And then Lori Holt, we have a huge group of Lori Holt fans on our, via Anabellas on Facebook. I think we have 34,000 people that are part of that group. Baked with Love is Lori's newest collection that's coming out. I fell in love with it, you guys. It is amazing. From cross-stitch to fabrics to notions. I mean, if you're looking for something, you're going to find it. Project bags, totes, her mechanical pencils, which I love. I have 1,000 of them. But be sure to check out Lori Holt's Baked with Love. It's a beautiful collection. And thankfully, we have lots of time for you guys to take a peek at that and put your pre-order in, but that doesn't ship for quite a while. And then maybe, although I said I was going to do a release party, I don't know that I'm going to do that. I'll probably just do a blog post, and you guys can go and check that out on anabellas.net at some point this week. Okay, let's talk about, and I only mentioned those 3 designers, Teresa and Robin and Lori, but when you go to the Etsy shop on the homepage or under the menu bar of pre-cut pre-orders, quilt pre-orders, you'll be able to find all of the other designers that have some beautiful things coming along. Okay, let's talk Happy Mail. So last time we were together, it was right before Halloween, and I asked everybody what your Halloween plans were. So if you are over the age of 18, you are a subscriber to this channel, you have rung the notification bell, and if you commented on the question posed and I call your name, send an email to me at anabellashop@gmail.com, and I will get some Happy Mail right out to you. So last time we met, the winners were Lori Stewart Noel, Glee Hansen 4775, Kathy Birch 9591, Chris Zelweski 2005, Beth Clifford 3G, and Annette Snyder 5417. So get that email to me. I'll make sure the team or myself walks the shop and finds something that you'll enjoy receiving in one of our cute little pink bags. I love getting surprises, so I hope you like what we picked for you. So this week, I thought the question should be, let me think. Oh, I know. When do you start decorating for the holidays? Are you someone that decorates right after Thanksgiving? Have you already started? Does your house still have Halloween things and fall things in it like mine does? Let me know. We have started decorating the shop for Christmas. It's coming along very nicely. And Terry and I begin decorating for Christmas the day after Thanksgiving because I don't go out shopping on Black Friday. So I'm curious. Comment below. Make sure you ring that notification bell. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. It helps us with our silly algorithms. We appreciate it. And I hope that you have a wonderful weekend ahead. You get to do all the things you love with the people you love the most. So until I see you next week, everybody, be happy, be well, and most of all, be kind. See you later. Bye.